Skip and Skip X and Bed X share close Central York Junior quarterback Cade Pribula talks about what it was like to start as a sophomore in 2016 and expectations for 2017. By photo York Suburban head coach Andy looks looks on during the third quarter of a York Adams Division II League football game against Gettysburg Friday, October 28, 2016, at York Suburban High School, in Spring Garden Township. The 2017 season will be the second time in 3 years Lux will have to work his magic to replace large senior classes to keep the Trojans competitive in Division II and District 3 4A. Amanda J. Kane photo, the York Dispatch by photo story highlights for the second season in a row. Division II looks to be a toss-up with no clear favorite. York Suburban has won the last 2 Division II titles, going 6-0 both years. Dover returns 9 starters on both offense and defense. One of the most experienced teams in the division. There have been 2 consistent trends within York Adams League Division II football in each of the past 2 seasons. First, it seemed as though the division was completely up for grabs in the preseason, with each coach pointing at a different team as the favorite. Second, when the regular season ultimately ended after week 10, those up-in-the-air predictions have been undone by York Suburban winning the division. The Trojans, in their first 2 seasons under Andy Lux, haven't started the best, but have finished strong. They've gone 8-2 in both 2015 and 2016, which includes a pair of 0-2 starts, followed by 8-game winning streaks to close out the regular season. So, yes, that means that Suburban hasn't lost a game in division play during that time, leading to 2 consecutive division crowns. Still, even if the Trojans enter the season as the team to beat, it may not be because they're the most talent. At least to start the season, Suburban could wind up being the most talent. But after graduating a significant number of key players for a second consecutive year, it'll take time to see how this new crop adapts to new roles. The Trojans are the team to beat solely because they're the 2-time defending division champions, and until someone unseats them, they'll be at the top of the totem pole. By photo Peter Gronke, left, and York Suburban enter 2017 as 2-time defending Division II champs. Division II is again a toss-up entering the year as the Trojans look to win a division title for a 3rd consecutive year for the first time in program history. Amanda J. Kane photo, the York Dispatch so, it'll be up to the rest of the division to topple the Kings. But who that may be is the biggest question. Starting with Suburban. After losing both Division II Offensive Player of the Year Bendigo and Defensive Player of the Year Teague Hoffman to graduation, among many others, Lux will again have to work his magic with his roster. Seniors Pete Gronke and Willie Batty will play big roles on both sides of the ball. More, countdown to kickoff. A preview look at the 2017 Dover Eagles football team. More, countdown to kickoff. York Suburban Trojans. More, countdown to kickoff. A preview look at the Eastern York Golden Knights last season. Gettysburg and Eastern York were the only other 2 Division II teams to finish above .500 in the division, each going 4-2. The Warriors actually had a chance to share the division title with Suburban last year, but lost in the head-to-head showdown late in the season to squander that chance. The Golden Knights also could have grabbed a share of the title with the Trojans, but dropped a Week 10 showdown between the 2 sides to settle into a tie for second. Eastern went 4-6 overall, but feasted on a down year in the division. Any potential for the Knights to take a step forward in the second year under head coach Jeff Mezich may have gone out the window with the transfer of Seth Andre Bernstein to York High. Seth was the starting quarterback for Eastern last season as a sophomore, while Trey was the starting center as a freshman. The Bearcats' gain is a big loss for Eastern. By photo Dover running back Derek Arevalo, 3, gets tackled by Redlands Jordan Weldon, 25, during the third quarter of a non-league football game at Dover Area High School Friday, September 16, 2016. Arevalo was part of a 2-man backfield for the Eagles returning in 2017 that combined for more than 1,000 yards on the ground. Amanda J. Kane photo, the York Dispatch true contender. If there's a true contender to dethrone Suburban at the top of the standings, it's Dover. The Eagles have, arguably, the most experienced group coming back in the division, at least among the teams expected to be in a position to make some noise. Dover returns 9 starters on both sides of the ball from a team that battled to a 4-6 mark last season and 3-3 in the division. The Eagles did graduate 6 All-Stars from the 2016 roster, but also bring back 5. Derek Arevalo and Brandon Lawyer combined to rush for more than 1,000 yards last year, giving the offense the potential to put up some serious points this year. Dover and the Trojans meet in Week 8 this season, with that game having all the makings of being for the division title, which was also the case 2 years ago. More, countdown to kickoff. A preview look at the 2017 West York Bulldogs football team. More, countdown to kickoff. A preview, a look at the Gettysburg Warriors. More, countdown to kickoff. A preview, a look at the 2017 Cannardale Rams football team. More, countdown to kickoff. A preview, look at the 2017 Susquehannock Warriors football team. The other three teams in the division, Susquehannock, West York and Cannardale, don't quite seem to have the firepower to make a move to first this year. The Warriors went 3-7 last season and lost a lot from that team, including quarterback Chase Summers and running back Jack Allard. The Bulldogs will be young again in the third season under Jeremy Jones and are more than likely a year away from truly contending. If last year's 2-8 season had any silver lining to it, it came in the shape of Corey Wise. As a freshman, Wise led the team in passing yards with more than 700, entering as the definitive starter. Wise should continue to improve and give West York fans a sign of hope for 2018 and 2019. Lastly, there's the Rams. After going 0-10 in the first year under Chris Grube, KD returns most of that team. In the world of constant change in high school sports, anytime you can have very little turnover from one season to the next, you need to make the most of it. The Rams should be better, which means a win or two could be in the cards for them. Predicted order of finish: Dover, York Suburban, Eastern York, West York, Gettysburg, Cannardale, Susquehannock. Reach Patrick Strohecker at strohecker@yorkdispatch.com.